did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that?
That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey, it's none of your business.
I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news.
You're lying!
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl.
Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! It wasn't me. I didn't do it! "5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial. Welcome, tyrants and newcomers alike, to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. If you've watched my Apollo LP, you're familiar with how I go about this. If you haven't, please go do that, because that is awesome. But you can watch this gameplay. Yeah, you can watch this playthrough first, too, just so the other one is finished. You know how it is. Anyways, this game is awesome. It's clearly the best Phoenix Wright game of the series, in my opinion, next to Apollo, and I'm really excited to get this voice-acted Let's Play underway. I have a really good cast underway this time, and I have experience in mind, because I've done 2 other series at this point, and, wow, I can't wait. Let's move on. April 11th, 9:40, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Whew. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning.
Ah, Mia, please, calm yourself down. You're gonna get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know?
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed.
Look at all my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle the case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that. You see, of course I have. I think.
Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. Here, let me massage your shoulders. You see that poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Arr!
Good morning there, everyone!
Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine, no problem. Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers, people screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says.
Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I'll save you.
Please, let go of my shirt!
That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'll win. for my client, and for myself.
April 11, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh god, Winston Payne's back and he has hair! Oh, kill it with fire. The defense today is Winston Payne's hair. I mean, Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. But he does have a mustache, and that offends the beard.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
It's probably because of his ugly mustache. Beard for life, beardies. Ah. Emergency? But isn't that him standing there right next to you?
Yes, well...
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please, and it better be a good one.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer.
That hair is obviously compensating for something.
Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I would like to proceed with a summary of the events of the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next, we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Stewards discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts the photo into the record as evidence. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will.
A what?
His hair gives him super strength.
Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
A perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on! Please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now, see here. The details on the case are all filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
The court record. I think I can see that by touching the court record button.
All the weapons you need can be found in the court record. Take a good, hard look at the data there, and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just touched the court record button here.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? It was electrocution.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean?
Whoopsies! I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like that.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
And I really don't like his hair either.
Well, that's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing.
Yes, people, you heard right. Winston Payne is actually on a winning streak in this time of the flashback. Go freaking figure. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Graybeard's face.
My beard is still better than your mustache, old man.
Yes, sir. Into old Graybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady and stop making fun of my beard.
Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence, so be sure to go over it all. The mustache commands it.
Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? Crime photo 1. Mr. Grossberg, I honestly think it would be best for the defense if you were in charge. Oh crap, I got it wrong? I got the first one of the game wrong. Wow, what kind of video gamer am I? I'm afraid Miss Faye might stir up some bad blood with this court if she were to continue.
Or simply put, you are quite mistaken, my dear.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Even if you are new, your lack of preparation is inexcusable. Now, take a moment and think it over again.
Yes, Your Honor. It's okay. You've got another chance, Mia.
Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence, so be sure to go over it all. The mustache commands it.
Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood? Oh, duh. We have to go to the profiles. Herpa derp. This. Motherfreaker.
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least that much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants.
Very well, Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What, the defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, right now I guess I'm a suspect. Oh no, he means what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student.
But I didn't do it! I'm innocent, I tell you! I'm telling you I was... Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor! The victim and I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer, and all I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer.
Whew. It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive!
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. Purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If the witness is lying, their statement will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he's your client, it's in the court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, this is your duty, you say?
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now, that there was a lie, a contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
The victim and I. Here we go. You admit you were there. What do you tell he did was find his body? I hardly knew the guy. If you hardly knew the guy, how'd you know he was a stuck-up British wannabe? Oh,
Your
that was
Honor,
wrong.
what do you think of the witness's statement?
I don't really see any problem with it.
Actually, I don't either.
Well then, what are you making a fuss for? Think before you speak, young lady.
Looks like you missed the mark on that one, Mia.
Okay, then, we're supposed to press it.
Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
That's right. I mean, why would I even...
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you know the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Alright, let's see. If we go to profiles, does it say? I'm just gonna present the crime photo. I think it's what we're supposed to do here.
Objection! Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing written on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me!
Please forgive me!
Me, you made our client cry.
Let him! That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong!
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X.
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
He lost it. Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, should I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X.
Objection! Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
Objection! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belonged to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints were all over it!
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so only had been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. This court will accept them into the record. Crime photo 2 added to the court record. Cold Killer X added to the court record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes. It ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks! My poor hemorrhoids!
What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different than the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I can hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell any more lies.
What really happened? Alright, let's see here. The truth is, I went because he called me. What did he call you for?
Have you ever met the victim before then?
No, never! But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is? It's kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart.
What was that for, Mia?
No, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45. Talked for a bit, and around 3, what did you talk about?
So what was it you were talking about?
You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Hang out again sometime. I wish that were true.
Later, when I went back, I found him lying there.
So you say you went back?
Yeah, that's when I found the body.
Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him?
Well, that's right, I was.
Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there?
I thought maybe we could make up.
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this.
Been talking Cold Killer X for the last 2-3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
Huh? What does that have to do with anything?
You can never be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Good God, Mia, you're freaking violent.
Well, Mia?
I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions.
The boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural-born liar, you know. But still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense.
I know, but what can I do?
Well, I'm certain he must still be hiding something. Information! Right now, it's information we need more than anything else.
Okay, then we need to press everything.
It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in the spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common.
Especially in Phoenix Wright's case.
So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine?
Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. Okay, what haven't we pressed?
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. The beard loves science.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details?
Let's ask him about the pharmacology department.
I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity.
That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high-voltage cables everywhere.
High-voltage cables.
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
I think that's enough for now. And so do I. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and see you guys on the next epic episode of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations.